Hey guys, what's up? Today we'll be reviewing a figure that I think is going to be really special to a lot of you guys. We'll be reviewing Rengoku from the Demon Slayer line of SH Figuarts. I personally cannot wait to look at this figure because I know how special of a character he is in the series. So without further ado, let's get into it. Okay, so here's the box. It's a pretty stellar looking box. I love the depiction of him holding his sword right here. As you can see, he comes with a lot of alternate faces. He comes with a smiling one. Oh man, the battle damaged one might be the best one. We'll have to see, but looks pretty cool. And then we've got some alternate poses you can put him in on the sides of the box and on the back here. My box has a bunch of stickers from where I got it from. That's pretty much it. Yeah, okay. So, let's get him open and see what he looks like, shall we? So here's the figure right out of the box. He's got some pretty nice paint. Oh my goodness, look at this cape. We're going to have to explore what the heck that's all about. He's got some pretty nice knee articulation here. So even though his knee articulation's really nice, it does have a little bit of I don't know what you would call that, like not a scrape, but perhaps where the mold was cut off when it was made. And the other knee, let's see if it has it. Yeah, it has it as well. And then also there's like a tiny bit, because it is dark brown, you can see a little bit of a gap there with those two black corners on both sides there. But other than that, it looks really nice as far as the knee articulation goes. Okay, he doesn't have a ball joint here, but it is hinge. It can hinge right there, so that's nice. Got a hinge at the ankle. Also, we've got ankle pivot, which is nice. Not too far this way. A lot that way though, so that's nice. The toe articulation or the foot articulation here is really nice as well. And you know, I've seen some figures like the One Piece Luffy, for instance, have it where when you bend their foot here, the shoe kind of just stays in place so that it's aligned with the toes here. But in this case, it makes sense for it not to do that, since you know these shoes are pretty tightly fastened to his feet here. Really nice paint on the ankles and calves here. Very nice. As far as the arms go, okay, I think his arms can go up more, but the cape's stopping him. Man, he's got so much going on. Let's see, can he have... Okay, he can move a little bit in the waist, but that also might be the cape keeping him from doing that. So let's see if we can take his cape off here, shall we? Okay, so with the cape off, his arms can go up pretty far. Wow, that's pretty nice. It does kind of look weird if you do that though, because as you can see, his shoulder kind of pops out of socket. But it goes right back in if you need to. So I guess that's just for extra crazy articulation if you want it, but normal articulation wise, it does remain believable. He can not so much bend at the waist, or can he? Okay, he can. Oh, well, he could. Okay, sweet. Now that he's back together, yeah, he can bend 360 degrees, pretty much the diaphragm here. Not so much at the waist, as you can see. His neck is not too bad. Neck articulations pretty good. Look up about that far. His hair is slightly posable. One of his joints is rather squeaky. And then it's got some nice printing on the back here too. His locks here in the front can be posed up here. It's rather nice. And what else? His ponytail as well. That's pretty cool. So if you want to get more of a pose where there's the suggestion of action, that's gonna help a lot with that look, even without the cape, but I think the cape's really gonna help with that as well. So let's get the cape back on and see what he can do with that, shall we? Okay, so with the cape back on, his hair does kind of make it a challenge to pose his head with the cape on, but thankfully it can move in the back a bit, so that helps. These ends on the cape can come forward, it seems. So that's nice, kind of come forward around his shoulders. Also, he's got 3 kind of hinges here for his cape to be kind of blowing in the wind there. So you can kind of get that look. And, you know, it's not too bad if you align all the pieces together to make it look like all one cape. You can definitely pose them and orient them in a way where they definitely do look like separate pieces, but it's really up to you. Because of that, I can understand why some people may prefer cloth, but this is a pretty well painted design, so it's hard for me to complain about it. Also, for the arm articulation, he's got a swivel here at the bicep, not only at the shoulder there. He's also got a double jointed elbow inside there, and the wrist twist here, and it can't really, let's see, okay, it can go this way, which is pretty stellar, and depending on which way you twist his hand, you know, his wrist can make that kind of motion as well, so it really just depends on how you want to pose him. But yeah, that's pretty much it for his articulation. So let's see what his accessories are like. Okay, so for his accessories, he comes with this really well painted katana. It's got a really nice sheen to it, and you can see the Japanese characters inside there, painted in silver, and a really nice flame handguard there. Pretty long handle. No paint on the handle, but there are little ridges for the depth there for the grip. And then you've got a little bit of orange on the tip, and that's pretty much it. The blade is predominantly painted with this red and burgundy back here. One thing that to note though is that the mold itself for the blade is all red, I believe, because the back spine here is also that same bright red, but the side on the back here is burgundy, if that makes any sense. So it's not all the way painted there, but it is painted on the other side as well. So that's just one thing to note. Also, he comes with this sword that's in its sheath, so just to put that there. And it's a pretty nice design. It's got this pretty involved pattern here. The gray, if you can see, again, doesn't have any printing, but it does have these ridges here for depth, and then just some gold. It's got a little hole there for the peg that sticks out of his belt, and it does look pretty stellar, I have to say. He also comes with these open, more relaxed hands. These open, more relaxed hands, but they're more slightly closed, I guess. we've got these sword holding hands as well. So that's pretty cool. Now onto the faces, which is my favorite part of any of these figures, honestly. This face, oh my gosh, it is like, what can I say? This is like the simplest paint for any of the faces, I believe, in this set here. But like, my goodness, this is a gorgeous face. Look how delightful he looks. I love this face. I'm going to put this face on him, and I'm never going to take it off. And then next we've got his battle damaged face. Oh, such a beautiful paint there. Very well done. With even like the blood dripping from his mouth. Some fine details. I don't know if you can tell on camera how much it shows up, but to me at least, it looks like the red coming from his mouth is a little bit more concentrated. It's more of a deep red than the red around his eyes and on his skin there. On the upper part of his head. Maybe I'm just seeing things, but the paint on top just seems a little bit more dispersed to me. And then we've got his other eye here, kind of just an angry look, but man, and pretty stellar work also, like on the more disgruntled kind of intense wrinkles in the center of his face there, which is nice. Next we have this more serious face. Very nice neutral kind of option. And then we have this angry face, which kind of has his eyes slightly to the side. And with all of these, I mean, the eyebrows are just absolutely stunning. I mean, look at these eyebrows. They're pretty awesome. So I love how thick they're painted on there. There's not too much depth with his teeth, paint-wise, as is customary with these SH Figuarts mouths, at least in the Demon Slayer lineup so far. It seems that they opt to depict depth just with the mold itself and not with any shading. And then next, we've got his happy smiling face, which is just delightful. I love this face. Is it better than the smiling face? You know, I don't know. I really don't know if it is, but man, it's probably the best looking face out of all of them. I think it combines all of the best qualities of the other faces into one, because, you know, anytime SH Figuarts does like a mouth that's open, it always conveys like a really nice sense of depth, which just gives the face like even extra life. So, is he worth it? I'd definitely say so. For a price tag of $80, he's definitely not a bad figure, and the decent amount of accessories definitely go a long way. But I'd say the figure's real strength is not only the million different points of articulation he has, because it's amazing and that can get him into a lot of different poses, but I'd say his biggest strength is what he symbolizes for the series and just as a figure. This character is so important to so many different people that I feel like this figure in particular had a lot to live up to, and I think it does that in spades. So I'm thankful I got him, and even though he seemed kind of overwhelming when I first got him because of everything he came with and all the points of articulation he has, I'm so thankful I got him because he looks so great next to other figures, and alone he represents so much to the Demon Slayer series that he was more than worth picking up. But that's pretty much it for me. What do you guys think? Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.